she told the doctor that she was not going to take it. And the doctor said, well, I will not be your physician. And she said, okay, you will not. Because had she taken it, she would be dead, you know, from the very first time. And of course, there have been times since then she's had to take it for short periods of time. But that's usually the first thing they suggest. And oftentimes, especially in the past, that was like the only thing they used to you know, recommend for rheumatologists, used to recommend for people with lupus. But you have to look, read, study, and know your body. And you know, and there was a time that we just said, you know, we go to the doctor, whatever he tells us, that's what we have to do. And I'm not saying ignore your doctors, because they go to school, they study, but also you have to know your body, and you have to do what's best for you, because there are things happening that only you know about. And you have to know, and you do have to keep those notes and record. LRA is doing some repurposing of drugs. For instance, when Viagra came out to help men, you know, so we've got to work and fight to make sure that some drug comes out. We don't have to wait 50 years for something to help lupus. They're also doing some repurposing of drugs so that there are drugs that are already on the market, as we know, to come up with a new drug to help something could take another 50 years. But they take drugs like Stelara that's on the market for something else that may help to relieve some of the symptoms like you're talking about for lupus. And there are drugs that are now already on the market for things that when they repurpose a drug, rather than taking dozens of years, it may take, say, only 2 years to say, okay, this is already out there, it's already been tested, so let's just try and test it for lupus, and maybe it can help with the fatigue. If there's something that can help with fatigue, that would be a miracle in itself. Maybe there's something that can help to prevent rashes in some people. Maybe for instance, Benlysta was not as good for African Americans once it was on the market. But we didn't know that until it was on the market. So now if African Americans would participate in more of the trials, then we will be able to find out about more. But you know, people love to say the Tuskegee trials. Most people who say that weren't even born then. They have no idea what went on then. You know, the thing is, you have to be willing to participate in something that not only may save your life, but may save your children's lives and may save so many others' lives. And that it's not as risky as you think. Just ask the questions. Talk to your doctor like he's a person. And just ask the questions. If you had a